Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Baver's Batch. Um, we have you can say like a landmark episode today. So we're going to cover the first half of 2023. We're going to talk about all the movies that we liked in the first half, didn't like, and then we're also going to look into what's coming out in the second half of 2023, like what we're most excited about. But yeah, we have the whole crew with us here, Akil, Ankit, and Abhinav. Let's get started. Who wants to start off?
Yeah, I can start a little bit. This was one of the worst first halves of any fucking year
This is bad.
cinematically. Yeah, it's tough,
This is
dude. I was
bad
looking
here.
through Wikipedia and I was like, "Inni rajya pudle jaisa ra babu."
Yeah.
Like this dude took a fat beating this year, right? Like if you're listening to this on audio, I'm talking about low budget Jon Snow, Akila Kanini's agent. I don't think any of us have seen, right?
No,
Abhi, have you seen it?
dude,
No.
I'm so curious to watch it, but
I
I
know.
don't even know where it is. Like, what OTT
Yeah.
is it even on?
Dude, I've been trying to pirate it for a fucking minute now. It's on Sony Live, but I don't
Oh my
care enough to
God,
get
I don't even know
Sony.
what that is.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I'll start. I'll start with movies I liked. I won't say all of them, but I liked
Yeah.
Walter Viraya. If we're going like chronologically, I know you weren't the biggest fan, but it was one of those movies that was like self-aware. Chiru's making jokes and shit, and like there's like age jokes and stuff too. And Ravi Teja and watching Ravi Teja and Chiranjeevi on screen was a nice touch. They somehow made Punakala loading bearable on screen. So that's like, that takes a lot of talent, but I liked it. I thought it was fun. It has a lot of flaws, but as far as January goes, compared to fucking Virasam Reddy, like, my God, dude. Like, compared to that, Voltaire should have won Nandi Award, Oscar Award, Boscar Award, whatever the fuck. All of the awards, dude, compared to that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have it on my don't like list, but like I'll talk about it when we talk about stuff we don't like. But yeah, both of those, like Very Similar and Walter, I have both of them on my don't like. But I think the first movie, like going chronologically, because I was looking through that Wikipedia, the first movie that I liked this year was actually Writer Padma Bhushan. I didn't see it when it came out, but I saw it later when it came on, like AHA or whatever it came on. Um, and I really liked it. I mean, it was a good little movie, like pretty much like a prolonged short film. That's like the vibe it has, but it's like entertaining. Like Suhas is like a funny guy in it. Yeah, no, I really liked Writer Promotion. That was the first movie of the whole year that I liked. I think it came out in like Feb, like middle of Feb or something like that. But yeah, that's the first movie that I liked.
I think Abhi just found out a movie called Rider Padma Bhushan released. Look at his.
Yeah.
He's,
I'm
he's like,
uh I'm pretty shocked right now. I didn't even realize that.
I didn't watch it
He's
either.
like, who's Suhas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spoiler alert, the dentist. Oh, have you even fucking actually? I don't know. Never
I don't know
mind.
if
I mean,
you did you watch
yeah.
Hit? I mean, did
Did I watch what? Hit?
you watch Hit too?
I didn't watch complete it. I saw like part of it. Then my dad
Oh, okay,
finished it.
okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, you
Yeah,
wouldn't
It
know.
was yeah, I wouldn't
yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, I didn't see that movie, but I know it was a hit. Like, it was a clean hit, so it's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
good. And Suhas
yeah,
is like mini
have.
Nani, so
yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, I think for me, dude, the ones that I like, I think I like Voltaire, and then from this year, I actually like Balagam. Came out on OTT. It's a
Yeah,
good story. Um, good soundtrack, I thought, for a kind of like more countryside type you know background. Had that kind of background score to it, so it was good. I really enjoyed that. And then I don't know, just overall had a good story. I think underrated to be like, like it just, I don't know. I think it's a good watch for like people on OTT. So I
yeah. No,
like that.
I like Bubblegum. I had that on my list also.
Yeah.
It was really refreshing, like the kind of a movie it was. Like
Hmm.
Priyadarshi like has been choosing stuff that is so niche and like just like kind of tailored for him. Another movie he did was Malaysiam, and that was like very like similar vibes to like Bubblegum, and he knocks it out of the park every single time. Like whenever he chooses like a storyline like of that sort. But yeah, Bubblegum, like I really liked it. I think it was a really good movie. Deservedly
Yeah.
so that it was a huge hit.
Yeah.
yeah, I like Balakam a lot. Like, the scene where he's crying about his like tate on the bed, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like it's a pretty powerful movie, and like I feel like Abby, like you probably connect with it too. It's more like it's like rural and the slang and stuff, right? It's
Yeah.
like kind of like
Yeah,
how
my dad was saying it's like pure like how people talk. Like actually, it's very reflective of how people actually talk
yeah,
in like the
Mhm.
outskirts. So I think
yeah,
they did a really good job of like portraying that.
yeah,
You know, throughout the songs, the dialogues and everything. So
yeah. No, it was
I
a
don't
good
know. It was
movie.
really well executed. Yeah, yeah.
The director was the fucking Dilu and whatnot. I don't know if you remember his character, but
Yeah, he's like a comedian.
yeah, like I was like, damn, dude, comedians have so much talent. Like, even
Yeah,
Priyadarshi is like a powerhouse of a performer in that movie.
yeah.
Hmm.
All those guys like Priyadarshi, Suhas, like
Yeah,
they've all
Dilu's
become
dad.
like yeah, yeah. Tulu's dad, that dude's in
Yeah,
everything now.
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, they've all become like really, really good actors.
yeah.
Keith.
Mm, Yeah, so like two of the movies I was already gonna say, like Walter and Bulgum were already said, but like I'll just say a little bit about both. Walter, I thought it was a good movie, but like that was it. It was like flat, like 5.5 ish. It was like a good one time watch, but I'd say Bubblegum was actually a movie that like I'd watch again, and it was a good movie, like in general, like a clean, good movie. I really appreciated the fact that, like you guys were saying, Priyadarshi like was making some like really unique movies, but honestly, he's been doing that for a really long time. So I'm glad that like and some of those movies haven't got as much attention as Bubblegum. So I'm really glad that like he's at least getting like the commercial, if not the critical acclaim that he's been getting for the past couple of years. But one movie that I thought, like chronologically speaking, after Walter was Sir. It was Dhanush's. I thought the movie was like good. I didn't think it was anything revolutionary, but I thought for a first Telugu movie, they could have gone much worse. Like they could have gone Varsu levels, but it was all right. It was good for first Telugu, movie.
This is way better than Barsu. We screwed over Vijay, but thankfully didn't screw over Dhanush.
Yeah, I liked Sir. It was corny at times. It has like some rougher
Yeah.
dialogues about the power of education, but if you could take out like the super like cinematic stuff, it's a pretty good movie. And I like Dhanush and I like Samyukta, so like good pairing and really good music. Actually, if you guys haven't heard, soundtrack's pretty
Mhm.
fire.
The
But yeah, I
Master
like
Master song. That's a good
yeah,
song.
yeah. It's a good movie. I mean, it's probably in like my top three of the year so far. But I liked it. It gave me like Super 30 vibes. If you guys haven't seen that, yeah,
Hmm.
forgot that
Yeah,
fucking
that's a
movie came out this year.
yeah. Dude, I've heard that comparison a lot actually. Super 30
Oh, to Sir.
Yeah,
to Sir. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it
I
was
haven't
definitely
seen
an
Super 30,
inspiration.
but yeah, I like I've seen I know what Super 30 is about, and yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
yeah. Dude, you should
Yeah.
watch it. It's really fucking good. Murnal Thakur is in it.
I've heard it's really good.
Well,
Have you
it
seen it?
changes everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Shane,
saw
now
it.
you're
Yeah,
gonna watch.
yeah, yeah. No, I thought Sir was good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see the reference, like the similarities to Super 30. It's just like I don't know if that was actually like the main. I don't know if they actually like intended to do that, but I mean, I don't know, worked out to people compared. So yeah, I thought it was good. I would, yeah. Uh, so yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll bring up one that I'm pretty sure that is on everyone's list that they liked it.
Mhm.
Virupaksha. I think this one probably is my favorite so far of the whole year. Um, it's just a really good story. Like when I was watching it, it was very entertaining. It like sucks you into that world, and it's like you actually are interested in what's gonna happen. Like I find that very rarely happens in like Telugu films for me at least. Like it's like I kind of know where the story's gonna go for most of them. But with Virupaksha, I had no idea. Like the ending, like climax stuff, all that, like I didn't guess it at all. And I really, really like the mystery aspect of it, like not knowing who the person is till the end. Like I love how they did that, and also paying off. Like it definitely does pay off at the end. It's not like a stupid reason or like whatever. But um, only thing like really negative that I had with Virupaksha is like Sai Dharmtej. I think it was a little rough around the edges for the acting, but I mean, give him a pass because he had his accident and everything. But And like what worked out in his favor is that it didn't depend on him. Like he didn't need to carry that movie. Like the story itself carried the movie forward, and all the supporting cast like were able to carry it forward. So he was just kind of there, like to push us forward in the story, which yeah worked out for him. But he really needs to like with stuff coming out. Like I think like Bro, Don Clan's coming out soon. Like he really needs to like step it up with that one. But yeah, I loved Virupaksha. I think that was my favorite of the year so far.
You didn't like his running?
Dude, don't remind me of that scene.
Have you watched Virupaksha?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I just, I mean, I don't know. The genre, I don't know if it's like my type of, movie,
Yeah,
but I can see, yeah, it's unique to its genre and like,
yeah.
it's a good story. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think, I
No,
mean, it's definitely good, but yeah, for me, I don't know if I would like, I don't know
I
if I'd watch
usually
again.
don't like
Yeah,
horror. Like I don't like to
right.
watch like horror. But
Hmm.
what I heard going into the movie is that it's like more of a mystery than horror. And that's what I
Okay.
appreciate a lot about it. So if it was a straight up horror movie, like, Diallo and all that shit, there was no way I would have even watched it probably.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Avinav. Like, so I think the issue with Virupaksha is the amount of people that like, you know, hyped it up before I went to actually watch, which is
Yeah.
always an issue. Like, no matter how good the movie is, if people are like, "This is the best
Yeah,
movie of
yeah.
the year," I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it,
No,
let's go."
I remember you saw it like 2 or 3 days after opening
Yeah,
weekend.
after,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And I went like opening weekend. So like I was like
yeah,
part of that like hype train, like that saw for
yeah.
the first time
It wasn't even just you; it was
without
like people
watching it.
on Reddit, like online, like the box office. I
Yeah.
went to watch it, and like it's good, right? Like it's definitely not bad, but I think it's like it's in my good I like list. Like it's definitely up there, but I think the narration is just really slow sometimes. Um, and like
Yeah.
SDT, like you said, he's like pretty unbearable to watch on screen, and like,
Dude, I remember telling you
like,
that too. Yeah.
dude,
I was
yeah,
like, oh, who's the hero? And then it's like, you said something, it's SDP. I was like, oh, shit.
dude, Ajay and like his fucking like 15-minute role overpowers everything like SDT
Yeah.
did in his entire movie.
That's what I'm saying. The supporting
Yeah,
cast like really lift this movie.
yeah. Yeah, and of
Yeah.
course, like spoiler alert, like Samyukta like was really good in the end,
Yeah.
especially and like I don't know, I personally just don't like movies where there's like black magic involved as the hook. I like more like horror movies where there's like a human being involved and stuff. But it was fine. I mean, it was a good movie. I just think like it was pretty slow at narration, and during the end, like at the ending, like 40 minutes, the movie just sort of like keeps acting like it's gonna reveal it in the next scene and then pushes it off for another 5-10 minutes. They do that shit like 3 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good movie. Like it was pretty, and the deaths were pretty gruesome. Like it was pretty fucking disgusting to
Yeah.
watch.
It was
Mhm.
pretty, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
There were
true.
some
Yeah.
actual scares in the movie, honestly.
Yeah, no,
And
there
a lot
were
of Telugu
a
horror
couple of jump
movies, they're
scares.
just like stupid, like try to do jump scares and stuff. And here there were jump scares, but even then it was done well in the sense that like I could audibly guess, and a lot of people were like, "Oh," like they got
Yeah.
scared during the scenes.
Like I remember in my theater, like when we were watching it, like again, spoiler alert, but like that whole the train sequence when what's that guy's name? Like gets run over by the train.
oh yeah,
Every single person like gasped. Like it was just an audible, like every person
yeah.
gasped, and then everyone laughed after it. But not that it was like funny, but just like a release of like tension type of thing. But yeah, that was like done. I was not expecting that at all. So that was done
Yeah.
pretty well.
Dude, in the first fucking 3 minutes, a whole family gets burned to death. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus. I was like, what did I just watch, bro?
Dude, the funny thing is there were like babies and kids in my theater because I went
Yeah,
like Friday
same.
night
Yeah.
and these guys came and all these kids started crying within 5 minutes of the movie. And
Dude,
I saw a few parents like left after that, and I was like, "Good, I don't
yeah.
even know why you came first of all."
Yeah, dude. Are you fucking kidding? I don't know why people bring their kids to movies like this. But I
Yeah,
think
it's
the movie
crazy,
that
Kata. You were in the movie.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, you're in
dude,
the movie.
don't
Kamal Raju or fucking whatever his name is.
please.
I think he
Yeah,
skipped
glad that he
over
died first
you
five
skipped
minutes.
over a movie that I know you liked. But I'll talk about that. It's
Yeah,
Rangamartanda, but I was gonna talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
Das Ka Damki. I liked the movie. I thought it was okay. Like it's Vishwak sense. My bar is pretty fucking low, but
Dude, that
it was like
sucks. Yeah.
it was a good movie to watch. Like it's brain dead, like Gautam Nanda, like double action kind of movie. And it's if you leave your brain at the door and like don't worry about plot holes, like it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun watch. Vishwak does well in it, but he reminds me so much of like early NTR, like NTR during like the Rabasa days and shit, dude. He's just like a clone of his mannerisms and everything.
Mhm.
And me and
No,
Avi have robots of flashbacks, so
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a vivid memory.
You and me were the only ones in the theaters.
Yeah, crazy.
did
It
you
was
watch
fun.
it?
Yeah.
Das Ka Dhamki?
Daska? No, dude, I just know that one song, Almost Putty Pundi. I think that's
Oh
the one
yeah,
Oh,
song.
that song is fun.
I like
That,
that song.
that's a good song. That's all I know
Yeah.
from that. So,
Mama Bro is pretty good too. We heard that fucker play live at the concert.
Oh yeah,
oh,
Amelia.
Is it Ram that's singing it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ram.
Ram Riala, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had Das Ka Dhamki on my don't like list, but like I
Yeah.
couldn't deal with it, man. Like the whole second half, like seeing Vishwak's overaction, like I couldn't deal with it. Like it was like tough for me to like get through the second half, and at that point I wasn't even enjoying it. So I was like, I don't like this movie. But yeah, Rangamatanda, like another one, like you mentioned, like I liked it. Like I wouldn't say like I like it is hyped up a lot, but overall I liked it. It is a little dramatic at times, like over dramatic. But the performances were really, really well done. Like especially like Brahmanandam's was crazy. Like I've never seen Brahmanandam act like that. Um, but yeah, it's a good artistic film, you could say. I don't know
Yeah,
if
man, I
I'm sorry,
find that's the case with a lot of like good movies that have unique like premises and stuff. Like we said in Virupaksha and obviously Rangamarthanda and like a lot of movies, they just get simply praised for doing something different, which I agree. Like in an industry that's full of tropes and like repeating movies, like I appreciate that like people are like looking at some unique thing and saying, okay, I really like this, but definitely like the next movie that's like a 5 stars, people saying is definitely like not as good.
yeah, you guys didn't watch it, right? Rangamarthanda, like
Nah, I didn't watch.
No.
yeah, it's pretty sad. Like I wouldn't like recommend someone watch it. I would just say like if you're really, really into film and like, then watch it, but like it's not like a pleasant watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch because there's no Nepo hero in it, so it's like it has to be a Nepo
Wait,
hero.
who?
No,
Prakash
I'm
Raj?
kidding. No, I'm saying that I was no, I didn't watch because like that yeah, I heard it was like Loki like a year ago to movie. Like
Yeah,
a
it definitely is
tragedy.
like very
So
depressing. It's
I was
all
like, yeah, I don't know
tragic.
if I want to watch fucking
Like
like
it's like
Rummy cry.
Shakespearean tragic type stuff.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that concludes all the movies I liked this year.
I
That's
have a
literally
couple more, but I'll get to them like if you guys have any other
yeah,
ones.
I mean I'm trying to like think. There's
It's
jack
a
shit.
very
I mean there's a movie that I didn't dislike or like, and that's Dasara. Um it's like it's pretty dick. Like I mean like second half is oh my god, the villain and the Saris, like that alone brought it down like 4 points. But
Just
I
remember,
like
Kamam
yeah,
is greater than love.
yeah,
Remember that.
calm is greater than that, lust is greater than love.
Yeah.
Fantastic dialogue. But dude, like I think Dusra did enough for me to be like, okay, it's mid. The first half like saves like that god awful like rushed ending and weak villain in third act, but yeah, like once again, it's not bad enough to the point where it's like a rod. Like Nani's made worse movies, but it's like exists kind of in the middle. But the more I think about it, the more I hate it. But so far, I'm just gonna put it at like the middle tier movie that came, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. And yeah, that's about it for my like list. So if Ankit and Avi, you guys want to share before Kata says his couple,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I
yeah,
really
you
like
go.
Dust. I mean, I didn't really like it, but I liked it more than all you guys did. But I will say this that even though we said about Virupaksha, like any Sukumar writings or Sukumar proteges, they can't end a movie. Like they literally like for the life of them, they can't end a movie like in a very clean and concise way. They always have to like make some weird like loophole or like make it like 2 times speed in the end.
Yeah. Of the ones though, I thought Virupaksha did a decent job. It still is not the greatest ending, but it was still fine. It was better than Dasara's ending. It was better than I don't know who the other guy was that did Sukumar writings, but Upino. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, okay. I'll just mention my last couple and then we can end the likes. But Custody like is another movie like Nag Chaityanya's that came out. I liked it. Like if in a world of like and dislike, I liked it. It isn't like crazy or anything like different or whatever, but um, in a world, if you ask me like do you like it, as I would say I like it and I would recommend like watching it. Um, but I don't know if you guys have seen this one. It's called Anni Manchi Sekanamale. It's like the I don't even know the guy's name, but it was like this Nandini Reddy like director. She directed it. It came on like Prime and I watched it. I actually liked it. Like I didn't think it was like terrible. It was like a pretty cool like family drama. Like I like the locations that they were at and it was decent. I mean, the second half drags on a lot, but overall, like I would say I like it. But yeah, that's it. Those two are the only ones that are left.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I just found out this movie came out as well, so it's like right
Yeah,
upon the
Yeah.
ocean for me.
yeah.
It was Santosh Shoban.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's him. Santosh Roman.
Oh, the dude made a movie about like mini kata. Yeah, that
Yes,
movie's
yeah,
pretty
that
good.
one. I think that was
Yeah,
his like first movie that came out.
dude, I think that might have been his only hit because I know he made a shit ton of movies under
Made a
UA too,
lot.
like
Yeah.
Prabhas's banner. But I don't think anyone like really watched his stuff.
I saw his first one, Ek Mini Kata, and then
Yeah.
this is the second one that I've seen that he was
Oh,
in.
okay, okay. Yeah, there's a few more in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abby, what about you? Is there anything else that you saw that you
No,
liked?
everything else
No?
is
Yeah,
everything
a
else is
weak
pretty
year, right?
good.
I
Yeah,
think
pretty.
what's it called? Like there's a really influential movie that came out. It's called Mallipelli.
Oh my God. And
Wait,
don't
did
tell
you
me you
like
saw
Daska
it.
Dumki? I thought you liked it.
No, Mallipelli.
No,
No,
he
I
said
know.
Narrations.
I'm gonna ignore that joke. But I'm saying, did you like Daska Dumki? Because we watched together at home.
Me?
Yeah,
I thought it was okay. Like I thought, yeah, like
so
it
it's
was
in your
entertaining.
middle tier list.
Yeah, it's very like it was mid. Like definitely in terms of visual Xin movies, like you can go much worse, but you can also go like much better when it comes to like hit and E. So it's like it was whatever.
If E&E is fucking Vishwak Sen's movie, then Bahubali is Nazar's movie. That with that logic.
Yeah. No, E&E is definitely Tarun Bhaskar's movie. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say it's any of the actors' movies.
yeah. But yeah, I guess we can start about stuff we've liked. So luckily this year, I have saved my wallet from going to certain movies. So I have not seen. I wish I saw them so I could add a little bit more, but I've not seen Adipurush. I have not seen Agent. I have not seen Shakuntalam. So I am, 3 for 3 this year. Last year, yeah, Panicky Malasan Machina, I bought a ticket and fucking suffered through it. But this year, I was like, New Year, new me. And yeah, I didn't. So those three, I didn't watch, but feel free to discuss them if you guys did.
And Agent also, right?
Well,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I agree. Yeah, I didn't watch that shit either.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Ooh, four
Yeah,
for
I
four,
don't
damn.
watch any of them.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I'll start off like from the top, like Veer Samardi and Walter. Like I didn't like both of them at all. I mean they're underground movies, whatever. You can't really expect much, I guess, but I did not like any of them at all. Like I thought even Walter, like there were some saving grace elements to it, but overall, like I would say I didn't like it and I wouldn't recommend anybody watch it. But other than like, I don't know, like people like us, like fans or like whatever, like they'll probably like it. But yeah, both of those movies, like I did not like at all. Um, yeah, you guys want to start off also?
I just want to remind the audience that Kata actually liked Dhamaka, so just keep that in mind when you hear
Okay,
his
there's a
opinions.
disclaimer for Dhamaka. Okay, I was first of all in India. I saw it opening night, like first day, first show type vibes, right? So like I would say rather than the movie, I like the experience of going to a movie in India and like watching it first day, first show.
Dude,
That's the
you
only
like
reason why I liked
Brahmotsavam.
it.
You cannot criticize anyone.
Yeah.
This is not true.
And you
Oh,
thought
it
Dasara was
fucking
like
is.
you said Dasara was like what, 10 out of 10 or something? Like,
No.
like
I said it was a 6.5.
No, dude, after
no,
Dasra's first half, we walked out of Imagine and he looked at us in the eyes and he said, this movie is a 10 out of 10. I was like, dude, are you kidding me?
That was an insane first half. Yeah,
Dude, it was like a 7 first half if we're being generous.
that was a above average first half. That was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
it's dude, Veerasamar Reddy is awful. Like when Balia kicked the van, I literally like stopped breathing for a second. I'm like, dude, what?
I just
I know,
laughed.
yeah, I know in Akanda he took the soul out of the body, right? Like that was something else, but that became a hit. But dude, Veerasamar Reddy is pure. Like only reason that movie made 100 and something crores, like 150 or whatever, was because of cast fans and fucking hype after Akanda.
Yeah.
That is one of the worst movies I've seen in my life. It might be worse than Akanda. Like it might be more boring than Akanda.
And like it came out in Sankranti. Like, that's like a big reason
Yeah,
why I like
yeah,
it.
dude,
Because
I didn't
Bollywood
like
movies
that.
are like known to like come out around that time frame. Like Yanchus, like both of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
whenever
and
they do, both of them are usually successful, even if they're ass.
yeah, and low key, like I didn't think, like I think comparatively, I think Walter was so much better at that time because Varsu sucked. Like that felt like something that it is technically a Telugu movie because it's bilingual, but it felt like something Mahesh rejected, and then Tamal's
I think he
Mahesh
did.
picked it up.
I think he
Yeah,
did
he
reject it.
oh did he? Okay, yeah. I mean,
I'm
good
pretty
thing we
sure.
had a backup Mahesh ready to do the script, but that was trash, dude. I mean, Taman's songs were the only saving grace. Um, and I didn't like Tunivu either, even though it had the most interesting premise and the best first half out of all the movies. It had such a terrible second half. It makes Dasra look like a fucking the Oscar nominee with how bad the second half of that movie is. So, those three, all the Sankranti releases sucked. And
Yeah.
Walter won.
Yeah, I agree. I think what you said was right. Was Verisimilitude was pretty bad, but like I think its worst failing was like how boring it was because like even though Akanda was terrible and like one of the worst movies I've watched, like there were some entertaining moments, like watching some like crazy stuff happen. But like Verisimilitude had literally nothing. It was like watching every other Balakrishna movie, and it was still boring.
If
Yeah,
anything, like Balia's next might have some saving grace elements in it, like some difference, not even saving grace, just some difference between his like past 10 movies that he made. Because Anil Raupudi might make him do something different, like his characterization might be different or whatever. But
yeah.
that's like the only saving grace he has like coming up.
Akanda at least had the scene where Shrikant pulls his butt chew out of a fucking box, right? Like
He was
that
he was
scene alone is better than
sacredly keeping to give to someone.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel Abby, did you watch the Tamil movies like Varasu and shit like that?
No, no, I
No.
didn't
Okay.
watch Varsu or I don't
Have you
watch
watched? Did you
Ballet
watch
anyway.
VSR?
So no,
No,
I did not
Wow.
watch VSR.
dude, you
So
dodged. You dodged three bullets. You dodged a
yeah,
full shootout. Yeah.
yeah,
What
saved.
did you not like then this year?
So I didn't like. I mean, a lot. So recently, Adi Purush is
Oh, you
like,
watched?
like
Oh
I,
yeah.
I remember Kata texted, "Oh, you'll get a
Yeah.
headache. Take some Tylenol before." I didn't think
Dude,
that
I
was
had to take
actually
some
true.
after. Like I'm not
I
even
so I
kidding.
so so I actually did take it before, and I still got a headache. So it was like, I don't know, man. Like, and I don't know. So it's to talk about that. I mean, for Adi Purush, dude, it's just the movie. I mean, you go in thinking it's a Ramayana, right? But you'll get disappointed if you think that going in, just because like it's not like the plot's already developed. They've already like portrayed like the how Rama and Sita in this case were together. So they don't show the actual like how their love story or whatever whatever part that was of Ramayana. They're already there, and it's just like purely just like the fight against Ravana, and there's barely any like there's no dialogues that like move the story along. So it's just a bunch of fighting, a bunch of headache, dude. It's just like all noise throughout the night. I went to the show like at 10 p.m. too, dude. So I was like fucking like gassed. And dude, oh my god, like
And the worst part is the
there's
second
just
half. The
yeah,
plane
and
like
this it
died
just
during
gets
it.
worse, dude. Yeah, I can't even like. But basically, dude, yeah, for me the biggest flaw is the fact that it just doesn't like the movie doesn't like go further. It's just there's no dialogues that like make it go right. It's just like purely in actions, which is good to an extent, but I just felt like that was something that was completely missing from the
Yeah.
story.
Dude, they re-released it with new dialogues because
Really?
there was so much backlash of how
Yeah,
garbage the dialogues were. I'm
yeah,
not even I've never heard dialogues like that. Like they're so
yeah,
bad. Like as like a fifth grader wrote them. Like that's how bad they
yeah,
were.
dude. Oh
And
my God,
they re-released
yeah,
the whole movie with a lower ticket price with new dialogues.
yeah. Dude, yeah, man. That's actually yeah. I've never taken Tylenol before and got a headache before or after. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
Facts.
watch it, especially after like you two and like I saw pictures where like I saw pictures of Safe looking like he just got a fucking lineup. I was like,
oh
dude,
yeah, dude.
dude, what is this shit,
Yeah,
bro?
bro. Yeah, they made him look like futuristic as fuck, dude. And
Yeah, no.
they made his 10 heads in two fucking lines. It's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. It's like
Oh,
a
Like
nice
really?
double
grid.
double
It's
decker
like a
bodies.
like it's like a 5x2 grid of heads.
They're probably like, fuck, we can't fit his ass in the screen.
Dude,
Yeah,
I think the worst part among a lot of worst parts of this movie is actually his character. and he's in it like a good amount. Like it's not. I mean, he's a big character, like lead actor, right? They ruined every single scene with Robin in it. Like every single scene was it's completely unwatchable. You can't watch it. And also another thing was the locations. Every single set or whatever they were on was just so fake. Like you can
Yeah.
see the leaves like pixelating out on the screen. Like it just looks so dang fake. Like why can't you go to a forest and shoot those scenes? Like it's not that hard. Like Pushpa's doing it. They're doing it in a real forest. Why can't you go and do it in a forest? Like whenever Ramen teeth are in the forest, you could knock all that stuff out on a regular budget in a forest, and then keep the VFX stuff just for the ending fight or whatever, like the monkeys and stuff like that. I think like the budget, like they didn't know how to use it, and they were just like, let's just blow it all on every single scene, like make it VFX, and that's why we got what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day it came out, I saw that leaked picture of Prabhas in that white fucking gown, and I was like, dude, what?
God,
Like
yeah.
that's Prabhas. I was like, that's when I decided I'm not watching the fucking movie. I was like, there's no way. Like Robin looks like he walked out of Salon Jovel in Detroit. Prabhas looks like he's not Prabhas. This dude
Prabhas looks
holds
like
up just
Jesus, not even Ram.
yeah,
Don't
but
worry
Yeah.
about don't worry about bad dialogues. Just wait until Trivikram and Mahesh's BD 3D. They'll give extra rod.
Dude, why do you have to make this comparison, first of all?
dude,
Yeah.
another like I'm just gonna say the movies I didn't like. There's only two other movies that I fucking watched this year that were pretty shit. Three other movies. Sorry, how could I forget Robin Ostra? Right. So I did not like fucking Michael. I don't know if you guys even watched it. It's a Sandeep
Oh,
Kishan
I did
movie.
not watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Ankit watched. It's literally a KGF wannabe, except Sandeep Kishan literally looks the same, like 90 pounds lighter than Yash, has zero intimidation. And it's like Varun Sandesh is in it, and he does what he does best. He overacts with his Western accent. Pretty awful movie. Divyansha is terrible. There's literally no saving grace. Just there's some cool shots, but it's like every other. It's literally a KGF ripoff, like a KGF one. It's same to same bullshit, same elevation. It fails. And the other one is Amigos. My three is money laundering scheme, phase two or whatever. Amigos is terrible. Kalyan Ram I thought would like capitalize off Bimbisara being a hit. But he delivered. It's I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's three of them,
That's all
and
right.
he acts so bad. Like he
Yeah.
does not get a single one correct. There's a scene where he's like choking on portlakai because he has an allergy, and his mom's like yelling at his dad, she's like, "Yenni sala japan portlakai mane." His dad just keeps eating. I was like, dude, who wrote this piece of shit script? And it's so bad. And like his Michael character, he's like friends. Like he has no modulation. He's dog shit. And I didn't even
He
finish it.
tries. He tries to modulate, but it
He
fails.
tries, yeah. I didn't even finish it. Me and Nicole and Ankit watched. We got like 70 minutes in, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to finish this. I don't want to tell people I finished Amigos. So I just chopped it then and there. It's dog shit, dude. Dog shit.
And twists
Yeah.
that are so like you can see from like a mile away.
Yeah, no, I saw Amigos. That's definitely on my don't like list. It was, I don't even know why, honestly, they released that movie. Like, they should have seen it and they'd have been like, all right, this is not, let's just direct OTT release it. They probably would have made more money that way, like selling it to Prime or something first. But yeah, Amigos is like
Yeah.
fucking waste. So bad.
Yeah, I didn't like Ravanastra either. I mean that I can go into like a whole 15-minute rant on that bullshit, but if you haven't seen it, don't watch it. Um, it's literally the most brain dead twist I've ever seen in my life, and it might be the worst movie this year. Like I don't know if Adi like I don't like maybe Adi Purush is worse, but like on a fundamental level, like this movie is terrible through and through. Right?
Yeah, I
I
think
was,
And
this was worse than I don't know if it's worse than Kilati, but at least
it's
Kilati
worse than
had like
Kaladi.
I mean I'm saying like Kilati had that aspect of like the bad guy was at least like a bad guy, you know? Ravanastra was like in the end he was a good guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking
I mean, there's no way they're gonna make, even in Kaladi that happens, they make him a good guy at the end, but there's no way they're gonna just make him a bad guy. Like, I don't even think Rotation would accept that if that was the case.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
but yeah, Rav Nasra agreed. Like, it's really bad.
yeah,
And the director is actually not like a bad director. I think Sudhir Varma, like
yeah, dude. He's an iffy director.
yeah, he's iffy, but he's decent. Like you can expect some good stuff from him. And this was
Yeah,
like like not even average, like very, very, very bad.
Shit, dude. It was like, and also like there is just so much stupidity in this. Anytime I see Sushant in a movie, I know it's gonna be bad. Like every time I see like, that dude sucks at acting.
I don't know how people are giving him roles. I mean, honestly, like even
Yeah,
supporting roles or anything, like he can't do anything. Like no character, he can't do justice.
Akineni.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, fucking like he definitely bribed 3 to put his brick ass in Viking to Formula. Like, there's no way they put this dude in like
Or the Rikram
they
realized he can't do shit and just gave him no dialogues the whole movie.
yeah, exactly. They hit it. Even then, like the one dialogue he has is still pretty
It
bad in
was
Viking to
so it
Formula.
was delivered so
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Um, I so I know you liked Custody. Um, I didn't like it. I didn't think it's not the worst movie, but I think I like Venkat Prabhu a lot. He made movies like Gambler, like Saroja, like I even like this movie Moss, but this Manardu was good too. But I was hyped for this movie because Yuvan Shankar Raja is a pretty good music director. I like Venkat Prabhu, but barring the first 30 minutes, I hated because Kriti Shetty like cannot act, and like frankly, it was just weird seeing their love track, like the songs and stuff. And Vanilla Kishore was just shoehorned in. And then the last 30 minutes felt so rushed. Like Venga Prabhu literally shows up in the climax court scene and says the movie's done. Like it felt so rushed. There was no proper conclusion. Like did Naga Chaitanya end up getting married to Kriti Shakti? We don't fucking know, right? Like, Priya Money's wasted. Arvind Swamy is the only saving grace. Like I like the middle 30 minutes where they're running around with Arvind Swamy, but Sarath Kumar's voice is god awful. I don't know if he dubbed it himself, but like I could not take him
I think
seriously.
that is his voice.
Yeah, I could not like it was really bad dubbing. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought it was a waste of potential. There was a lot of cool action scenes though, like the underwater sequence and the one-shot police station fight scene in the first half. But
That fight is so good.
yeah,
It
it's
was
sick. Yeah, but once again, Naga Chaitanya is the movie's biggest weakness, and then it felt like it was rushed. Like the movie just felt like I was watching 50% of a movie, so I didn't like it for that reason.
I would say that actually Kriti is like the biggest weakness of that movie. Like if they straight up just didn't have a heroine, this movie would have been so much better. It would have deleted the first half hour, first of all, and just introduced Jay's character and then set him up, and then we go on this journey with him. That's it. It could have been as
Yeah.
simple as that.
I
But
mean, they didn't even need to delete the first half hour because obviously every like Telugu movie, whatever, needs a romance track. They just needed to take her out of the rest of the movie, you know?
yeah,
Like,
like he didn't need to come with them. Like straight up,
yeah,
like he did
exactly.
not need to go with them. But yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
the movie, like, I don't know if you guys like have seen Sahas and Swastika Sagipo, but I think there was actually a lot of similarities to that one in the sense that like they're running away from somebody. There was a hospital scene. There was like there's a lot of like similarities in between. Like there was the police station scene fight. So I think like it was weird. It was like a different attempt at that, but like even then they couldn't go that well. I thought it was like yeah, I didn't really like it either.
Yeah, we talked about it a little earlier, like you guys liked it, but Das Kadamki, like, my God, man, I could not stand this movie. I mean, just that one scene alone where this guy reveals himself and starts killing the doctor or whoever, like in the basement. I was like, I cannot do that. I can't deal with this anymore. But yeah, like yeah, I think Vishnu was this movie's biggest like fault. Like he couldn't perform to what it is, to what he wrote at least. And first of all, like the writing was also not great, and the dialogues and everything. But and now we're gonna get a number two because the movie was a hit, I guess. But yeah, I did not like that one at all.
I mean, I think it showed that like Falak Das I thought was good, right? But that was also a remake. So like I think it showed as a director like what he could do on his own without like any previous adaptations, right? And it showed that he really doesn't have like much in him. Like I thought the movie was like okay, like mediocre, but even then I thought like um as a director, definitely like he has to make better decisions, and obviously as an actor as well. But I thought it really just shows that he doesn't have much originality, you know.
No, I mean it also comes down to just taking on more than he could do. Like he played too many roles in this. I think he also produced the movie, or his dad did. He directed it, he wrote it, acted like two different roles in it. So that's a lot for like one person to do with like when he's still kind of a young person in the industry, like doesn't have much experience. Like he doesn't have like 20, 25 movies under his belt. So yeah, I think it was like too much too soon, like that he took on. But I mean, at least it made its money, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, another one like we talked about Adi Purush, we talked about pretty much everything that I didn't like, and then Thusser I wanted to touch on. Like I did not, I would say I didn't like it straight up. I think I mean we talked about it in our YouTube, but that first half for me was passable. Like I would say it's an average first half. But my God, the second half was just so bad that it ruined everything the first half did. Like it should have been like first half was average and then springboarded on top. Like the second half should have gone like way higher based on what they set up in the first half, like the interval and everything. But it just falls on its face for the whole second half. And the climax, I didn't like at all. It was just rain. Like I don't even know how we got to the climax, honestly. Like if you ask me, like how did the story get to the climax? I have no idea. But yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I watched it again on OTT, I would for sure hate it. But I've only seen it once, fortunately, so
Mm.
it's on my yeah. I mean, like I've already said what I said about the movies I don't like. So if you
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to
that's
think.
all I had too.
Yeah, Abi and Ankit, do you guys have anything else or?
No, I mean, I think we covered most of everything.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, like you guys said, I think it was a very disappointing first half. Like, I think most of the stuff that we're gonna like is gonna be good. We're looking forward to in the second half or even 2024. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so I
mean,
guess
let's go into that then. If we don't
yeah.
have anything else, like if we covered all our lists, let's go into talking
Yeah.
about the next 6 months and what we're looking forward to the most. Do you guys want to start off, or should I start off?
So
Yeah, I
yeah, I
mean,
mean,
Go ahead,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say, I don't know when this is coming, but I am looking forward to Cushy to see what VD does after Liger. I think he has talent in certain genres, and I think this is something he can really thrive in. Um, so yeah, I think that like just I mean the song itself that came out, Naro Januve came out, right? It's
Yeah,
pretty fire.
that's a pretty
So
good
yeah,
song. The
yeah, it's
lyrics
a
are
good song.
terrible, but a very good tune.
Yeah, it's a good tune to it. So, but yeah, I mean, I just think he has talent. Unfortunately, we figured out that action is not his lane, right? In terms of what he can, he's not like I don't think he'll ever be like an action, superstar or whatever. Like, but this
His
is
like
more of
next one after Kushi, like I think that's another like action role. I think he's like some soldier or something. The one with the Jersey director. I think he's
Kaltum
some sort of
Tenori.
like yeah, I think he's some
uh,
like police officer or something like that in there. So I think he's attempting it again. And
yeah,
I would like to see another attempt from him because in Liger, like you can tell he was dedicated, like he built his body up and like he was dedicated to
hmm
doing the fights and everything. But it wasn't his fault really that what happened with that movie. Like his fault was choosing it. Yes, that's his fault.
right, yeah.
But like everything that they made him do was not his fault. That was all Puri. And I don't know what Puri was thinking, but yeah.
No, that was all Karan Johar, dude. Straight up, I
Or
truly believe that.
Conjure.
you
Yeah.
take the blame off your boy.
Yeah, just take the yeah. I can't. I gotta
Yeah,
back him up here. Yeah,
yeah. Um,
but yeah,
yeah, dude,
yeah.
I'm pretty, I'm pretty excited for Bro. I've heard the original movie's good, and it's Samant Karni, the same director. I'm a PK fan, so and I think SDT is on low-key on a good streak. Republic and Virupaksha were very good choices, honestly. Especially Republic, I think was fantastic, but he's doing well, so I have trust in the script selection, and it's a remake, but I think not many people have seen the original. Like it's not as popular as like the fucking Beamla remake, right? Ayapanam Kosham or whatever. So I think there's scope for it to be good. And then like yeah, I think Solar is probably my most anticipated movie of this year, just because it's the only lineup post Bahubali that I had like hopes on. Um,
Yeah,
but I think
last part.
Solar like might bring Prabhas back from the dead. I
Yeah,
actually for sure will.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because like the
yeah.
KGF 2 director is all people need to hear to fucking flock to theaters, even if like Prabhas is at an all-time low right now.
Yeah.
So I
No,
think
I agree. Like Solara I think is my like most look forward to over the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Even though like the KGF movies I wasn't like a huge fan of, like I was like they're all right. I think Solar like I think it'll be good. Hopefully like Prashant Neil pulls through for my boy, but
Yeah.
I mean I think like Prabhas's like image and stuff like of course it's been damaged like by the past few movies, but his craze is something that I don't think has been damaged because like even with the movie like Adipurush that had so much negativity on it, like so much negative talk going into it, it still pulled like crazy numbers. Like at least in the opening
Hmm.
weekend. Obviously the movie dropped off a cliff after that, but I think his craze is still there and Solar is gonna like just like magnify it, like make it like 10x. So
Yeah. And he looks good too in the
Yeah.
pictures they released at least. Like
yeah.
that's the only movie that of his that he's actually like been like, oh shit, like he actually looks pretty hype.
I think during
Hmm.
Adipurush like shooting time is when he was going through something. Like I think he I don't know, was going through some sort of like weight reduction or something that he was doing.
Yeah.
But like all of Adipurush, like he didn't look the best, but when he came out of it and started doing Solar, I think that's when his like
Yeah.
true form like kind of came out.
Yeah. And there's I mean, there's another movie that I don't know if it'll come out this year, but OG I'm very excited for. The Pawan Kalyan's movie set with like the Japanese backdrop, like that's pretty sick concept. And I think Sujit, I see I see potential for Saho to have been good. What I heard is like he had a pretty normal script, and after Bahubali 2's success, producers and everyone were like, "Yo, this has to be pan India. Like it can't just be a Telugu movie." And I heard like Sujit got fucked over because of that, which I believe honestly, because Run Raja Run was a very well made movie, and then you get Saho, which is Run Raja Run on steroids, right? It's basically the same story, but like I have a feeling like Psycho Cyan, like all these songs and shit, like very Bollywood influence, right? So I think
Yeah.
Sujit got trapped into like dealing with the having your budget literally tenfold. But I think OG has potential to be sick. They announced Imran Hashmi too, who's a great actor. So I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, no, definitely excited. I think the most like exciting thing about that for me is the Japanese stuff. Like I
Yeah,
hope it's not just a gimmick and they use it and they're like, whatever, we use it for a montage and we're done with it.
yeah,
But it doesn't seem like it, and I think it is like a pretty big part of it. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in that one. Before I say like other ones like Ankith or Nabinav, do you guys want to say something?
Yeah, I mean,
Um, yeah, you go ahead and give.
oh okay, yeah. So like, there's two. One is obviously a 90/30. Um, I'm I'm excited to look for that. I think it's coming December. And I think with another debutant, I like that he's always taking risks, and I always like that he's always giving new talent. And then another one is Sign Love by Silesh Kolanu. Like this is the first movie that he's made that isn't in the Hit universe. So I think to see Venkatesh in a non-remake as well and in a more grittier role is definitely something that I'm looking forward to see.
Abhinav?
I don't know if this is coming out this year, dude, but Pushpa 2, dude. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think
Very
it's next year though. I think
it is
it's
next year. Yeah, they said tentatively December, but I doubt it's gonna
no,
come
like
out.
no
definitely not.
chance. Yeah,
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shot.
there's no way, no shot.
Yeah,
So, but
there's a
yeah,
better
man,
chance
that's
of
I guess
Trump winning presidency again than fucking this movie coming out.
yeah. I won't be surprised if they push it further, like say like I don't know next summer or something. Because I think
Yeah,
somewhere.
it was supposed to be Sankranti at first, or no, December at
Right,
first, then Sankranti. Now
December.
it's like March or
Yeah.
something. So I'm not surprised if they push it to like May or June.
yeah.
But
I'm a
no,
little.
another like one that I wanted to mention was Tulu Squared. Uh, I mean, I'm like apprehensively excited and looking forward to this one because like
Mhm.
the first one obviously is like insane. Like we all loved it, but the second one, like I'm not sure if they're gonna follow up to the same expectations. Obviously, people going into it will have more expectations because of how much people love the first one. So it has a tough job. Like it has to satisfy a lot more than the first one. Like the first one going into it, people had no idea what to expect. But yeah, this one like it has a lot to do, and I don't know if they're gonna live up to it, but I'm still like very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm trying not to really have hopes up because sequels are always tough. Like you never know if they're gonna fuck things up.
Yeah,
But hopefully it's good. But it's like a red flag that all these heroes just dropped the movie too. Like it
yeah.
went through like 8 different cast changes. So
But then Anupama came back in the end,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I
So
guess
we'll see. I
satisfied.
guess if she has a good role, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if they try too hard to reference the first one, it'll probably be a flop. But if they do their own thing, it'll be a good movie. But I mean,
I
that's it.
mean,
I think
from what Sidhu has said, he said that like it's supposed to be like a whole different story, like not connected
okay,
to the first one. So it's
okay,
just the
that's good.
character is the same, but just like the
Yeah,
story is not connected to
yeah.
the first one.
There's a few movies coming out that I just don't care about, like Boya Rapo and fucking Bola Shankar. That
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
surprised Ankit hasn't mentioned Bola Shankar.
the
Yeah.
teaser
I
was
mean,
Oh
horrendous.
God, dude, that
yeah,
teaser was
I'm not
I could
very
not
looking
believe it.
forward
This
to it.
dude sends me the teaser and he's like, "Yo, get excited." I'm like, "Hell, y'all gotta dude."
Dude, they put
That was
some
a
prawn
Yeah,
or some
god
shit in
awful
his mouth.
teaser.
They put something in his goddamn mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, was he like a killie or something? Like what is he chewing on? He's like has something
He's
in there.
he sounds, dude. He literally sounds like I don't even know what the fuck to describe it. Like I thought I was tripping when I heard. I was like, this dude like has been speaking Telugu his whole life and yet cannot speak Telugu randomly.
It's the power of Meher.
Ankit, come defend your boy.
um, let's just
More
wait
like
until
your
January
grandpa.
2024. Let's just wait until that 3D and Mahesh probably drops. And
What does that have to do
Dude,
with Bola
why
Shankar?
what does it have anything to
What?
do with this?
no,
Dude,
it's Kara's most
none of us give a fuck about Guntur Karam.
Like
Kara
I
has
can
to
guarantee you at least it'll be a mediocre to average film. Can you give me that guarantee with Bala Shankar?
of course,
Oh my God.
boss is back. You know what I'm saying? It's like
How many times is he gonna come back?
Yeah,
he had a record breaker in Walter Beer. Yeah.
dude,
See,
my
you guys hate
yeah.
on non-Nepo products. Shame, shame, shame.
The Chiranjeevi's a nepo.
Yeah, he
His
is.
He
sons are
created he
he's a
created a
nepo.
Nepo
Yeah,
dynasty, so
yeah. So
he's the
therefore,
leader of the Nepos.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I think Boya Rapo is whatever boy party collabs with someone that's not a Balaya, it's just a shit show.
I
So
think
we'll
the
see.
worst one in recent times is the Ramcharan one that he did. Oh my, that was
Oh, VVR,
god
Oh
yeah.
awful
my
to
God,
watch.
PBR.
Dude, I mean, I didn't even like
Yeah,
Akanda, right? So I still don't think he made a comeback. Like he made a box office comeback, but I think Akanda was just
Yeah,
as bad as VVR. So
yeah, yeah.
like falling trajectory, like dude, I cannot see Rappo do like a Boya for a hero role. Like Ishmar was enough on my ears. Like I can't deal with the bass boosting with Ram's voice. So we'll
We
see.
didn't mention this one yet, but Nani's next one, Nani 30. I think that's coming out in December. We haven't seen much from it, but it's a Nani movie. Like I'm obviously going to be excited. Like he obviously has a really good script selection. I don't know about Dasara, but at least like it seems like he's going back into his groove with Nani 30, like that, emotional family drama kind of a thing. Like they released something with like him and his daughter character in that movie, like a video on that. Myrtle's in it. So I think like it's gonna shape out to be a really good like emotional film. Um, but yeah, I mean, we haven't seen much from it, so I can't really get excited, but I am like looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think Ankit mentioned it, but yeah, I
Oh,
don't know enough
okay.
about it to get excited. But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
as far as Telugu goes, that's it. But there's some cool like pan India movies like Jawan, I think like looks kind of cool. Like SRK's lineup is pretty cool, and then Leo
uh-huh.
potentially
Oh
because
God,
people are saying
I
it
don't
might
know.
be
Like,
part of the LCU though. So that's why.
well, yeah, I think it is part of it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I could Leo 50 and then Jailer, like Rajni hasn't made a movie
Yeah,
in a minute, so we'll see how it goes. But
I think Sunil's
And
in that one too. He's like a character in
yeah,
jail.
yeah, everyone's in that one, bro. It's like
Yeah, they
who's
have
not
like
in that
10
fucking
people. I think isn't Nayanthara in it? I think she's in it too. There's so many
yeah.
people in that.
Tamanna and Mohanlal, like so many
Mhm.
motherfuckers, dude.
Mhm.
okay, I'm crazy that I'm uh I'm sad that you didn't say our Vanga Anna's next.
Oh, I don't care about Animal.
Oh,
Wow.
Animal. Wait, when is Animal
After
coming? This fall or like when is it
this
coming?
Yeah, it's
August.
coming
Oh, this
August.
August. Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I cared
that
until
dude,
I
that
saw the
teaser
teaser.
was cool, bro. That teaser was cool.
Yeah. I mean Vanga Anna's gonna like save everybody, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he's a one-hit pony.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
it. I
Yeah. I
mean,
mean, if that's it, then let's wrap it up right here, guys. You guys all good? Abhinav, Ankit, you guys good?
Yeah. Good.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know what your most anticipated movies are, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.